Rebecca, we talked about your two characters, the warrior and the soother. Would you just tell me a little bit more about why or how the warrior shows up for you?
The Worrier has been with me all my life. There were times when I would imagine my mother getting in a car accident when I was in elementary school, and then I would make myself feel so sick with the thoughts that they would send me to the nurse's office, and then my mom would have to come and basically show that she was not in a car accident, that she was okay. And then she would have to tell me, "I can't keep coming to the nurse's office, like, you gotta move on with your school day." So, it's always been part of me, and so that often conflicts with my inclination to be a positive person, since I'm an optimist naturally, I'm a glass half full kind of person, but then the worrier comes in and kind of sabotages that sometimes, especially when the situation is overwhelming.
The wonderful thing about this work is when you understand what you need to do, it's just a conversation with a part of yourself, which, if we start talking to anybody about this, they think we've gone mad. But But once you've experienced it and you've really felt the power of it and what it means to you to have these conversations with those parts that really feel like they've been ignored or shoved aside for so long, is these parts are like an inner child. They're like a young version of you that needs some attention.
We work with leaders on their strengths, and leaders are coming up against barriers to really harnessing those strengths because they haven't had these conversations with their parts. They haven't done the digging. And so the same stuff comes up over and over, and it prevents them from using their strengths in a productive way or overusing a strength to the point where it's damaging.
Mm. It's fascinating how the part that did something when you were young and it helped you in such a way has to just keep going. And just like your warrior was an excessive part. And until you show the part how it can relax, it's a great source of burnout and overwhelm and all these other characteristics and behaviors that come as a result.
A great example is empathy, actually. Our whole business is centered around empathy.
Mm.
Empathy is in my top 10 strengths, but when it's the worrier comes in, I've had situations where I have over-indexed on empathy because I was worried, because I cared too much about
Hmm.
others and their safety and their well-being, that I burned myself out.
Yeah.
So you could see other leaders doing the same. Empathy is a strength, but if you over-index on it, and if you
Yep.
have worrier as one of your parts, it can be a source of exhaustion and burnout. If you are intrigued by the concept of getting to know your inner team more deeply and want to be one of the first to receive updates on the workshop for leaders we are building at the Empathy Collective in partnership with Polly Angel at the Angel Path, please scan the QR code and join the waitlist. We are so excited to bring this concept to you and your teams so that together we can build more resilient leaders this year. We can't wait to work with you. Take care.